Saturn didn't earn its beauty, it stole it. Somewhere between 100 and 200 million years ago, a moon drifted too close. Saturn's gravity seized it, crushed it, and scattered its frozen remains into orbit. What was left became the most famous feature in our entire solar system, the rings. We printed them on textbooks, painted them on posters, and called Saturn the jewel of the cosmos. But jewels don't eat themselves. Saturn does. This is not a metaphor. In 2018, NASA published findings from Cassini's final mission before the spacecraft plunged into Saturn's atmosphere. The data confirmed what scientists had feared for decades. Saturn is pulling its own rings inward, draining them at a staggering rate. They call it ring rain. Charged ice particles trapped between Saturn's gravity and its magnetic field lose their orbital speed and spiral downward. They enter the upper atmosphere. They burn. They vanish. Every 4 minutes, enough material falls to fill an Olympic swimming pool. Every single second, 10,000 kilograms of ice disappear forever. The rings are bleeding, and the planet is drinking.
At this rate, Saturn's entire ring system has less than 300 million years left. That might sound like forever, but the solar system is 4.5 billion years old. The rings have existed for less than a tenth of that time. They are not ancient. They are not permanent. They are a temporary accident, a cosmic blink, and we happen to be alive during the only window in which they exist. No species that comes after us, if any ever does, will see what we see when we look at Saturn. The clock is already running. But the rings are only the surface of Saturn's deception. Look deeper, and this planet reveals something far more unsettling. At its north pole, a storm rages. Not a circular storm like the hurricanes we know. A hexagon, a perfect six-sided vortex, each side stretching longer than the diameter of Earth itself. Winds inside it reach 500 kilometers per hour. It has been spinning since at least 1980 when Voyager first photographed it. No other planet has anything like it. Scientists still cannot fully explain how a gas planet generates a geometric storm of this precision. Saturn does not follow the rules we expect.
Beneath that hexagonal chaos, thousands of kilometers below the cloud tops, Saturn hides something even more extreme. Its interior is not solid rock, not liquid metal. It is a place where hydrogen is compressed so violently that it becomes metallic, a substance that does not exist naturally anywhere on Earth. The pressure at Saturn's center reaches tens of millions of times Earth's atmospheric pressure. The temperature exceeds 11,000 degrees Celsius, hotter than the surface of the sun. Saturn is not the gentle giant its golden glow suggests. It is a furnace wrapped in silk. And yet, the most extraordinary things in this system do not belong to Saturn itself. They orbit it. Enceladus, a moon barely 500 kilometers wide, small enough to fit inside the borders of France. In 2005, Cassini flew past and discovered something no one expected. Geysers, massive plumes of water vapor erupting from cracks in the South Pole, shooting hundreds of kilometers into space. Cassini flew through those plumes and detected water, organic molecules, molecular hydrogen, and silica nanoparticles. These are not random chemicals. These are the ingredients for life. Beneath that ice, Enceladus hides a global ocean of liquid water, kept warm by tidal forces from Saturn's gravity. Hydrothermal vents likely line the ocean floor, the same type of vents that may have sparked life on Earth billions of years ago.
Life might not be a memory on Enceladus. It might be happening right now, in an ocean we cannot see.
Then there is Titan, the largest of Saturn's 146 known moons, the only moon in our solar system with a thick atmosphere. Titan has rivers, lakes, and seasonal rain, but not of water, of liquid methane and ethane. Its surface sits at -179 degrees Celsius. Beneath orange haze, a world that mirrors Earth in geography, but inverts it in chemistry, stretches in every direction. Canyons carved by methane rivers, dunes shaped by hydrocarbon winds, an alien Earth, frozen and patient, waiting in the dark. Everything about this system demands that we go. The disappearing rings beg for urgency. Enceladus promises answers to the oldest question our species has ever asked. Are we alone? Titan offers a second Earth wrapped in alien chemistry. Every instinct screams that we should send humans before it is too late. But the universe does not care about our instincts. Saturn orbits the Sun at an average distance of 1.4 billion kilometers from Earth. Even with the most powerful rockets humanity has ever engineered, a crewed mission would take roughly 7 years to arrive. 7 years of unshielded exposure to cosmic radiation, high-energy particles from solar flares, from distant supernovae, from the galaxy itself. They pass through every wall we can build. They shatter DNA. They degrade brain tissue. NASA studies on astronauts aboard the International Space Station, still inside Earth's magnetic shield, revealed cognitive decline, permanent vision changes, and accelerated bone loss after just 12 months. 7 years in open space would be biologically catastrophic. And then there is the silence of zero gravity. Without resistance, muscles atrophy, bones dissolve at 1 to 2% per month. The heart, with nothing to pump against, begins to shrink. Fluids shift permanently towards the skull, increasing intracranial pressure until vision blurs and the brain swells. After 7 years of weightlessness, the human body that arrives at Saturn would barely be a human body at all. But even those horrors bow to the cruelest law in physics, the Tsiolkovsky rocket equation. Every kilogram of fuel demands more fuel to carry it. Every kilogram of that extra fuel demands even more. The math is exponential and merciless. To launch a crewed vehicle to Saturn and return it to Earth, you would need a fuel mass so enormous that no propulsion system currently conceived can achieve it. This is not a problem of budget or political will. This is mathematics. And mathematics does not negotiate. So here we stand, on a small, warm rock, orbiting an ordinary star, staring across 1.4 billion kilometers of empty space at the most beautiful structure the solar system has ever produced. We know the rings are temporary. We know an ocean on Enceladus might hold the beginnings of life. We know Titan holds secrets that could redefine biology. And we know that no human being alive today, or perhaps ever, will stand close enough to see any of it. The universe built Saturn as the ultimate invitation. Golden, radiant, impossible to ignore. Then it placed that invitation behind a wall of radiation, distance, and mathematics that no human body can cross. A cathedral with no doors. Visible, but forever unreachable. One day, the rings will be gone. Not in fire, not in collision. They will simply rain down, particle by particle, into the atmosphere of the planet that made them. Quietly, without ceremony. And the solar system will lose the only beauty it ever wore on the outside. No human will be there to witness the last particle fall. Some things in this universe were never meant to be reached, only admired, only mourned from a distance.